Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Welcome back to my channel where I build apps on stream for your education and enjoyment. Um, Thanks so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun so far. Twitch told me yesterday I crossed 250 hours of streaming. Um, is that a lot? I think that's a lot. Um, so yeah, thanks so much for your support, for watching, lurking, and all that good stuff. Um, yeah, so recently, we've been working on the Xcode Beta 14, exploring it for when it comes out in reels in the fall. And there's a couple new things that we've been using. Um, there's a new instant type uh, in Foundation uh, for it's kind of like big decimal to double or float. Continuous clock instant is like date, um, date version of that. Um, And yesterday we made it so we can quickly start a timer that counts up. And we made it so we can convert it to a regular timer, sort of with the intended duration that we did. So if we start cooking something but forgot to start a timer, we can get right back to where we actually want to be. And then we started filling in some of the details on the screen. And as you can see, we didn't quite finish by the time the stream ended yesterday. Um, Speaking of stream endings, we're going to end a little early today. Have something to get to this afternoon. Um, it'll be ending in about 1 hour from now, around 3 o'clock. But yeah, yesterday we ended on the timer details screen, and we wanted to show when when the stopwatch started at this bit right here. And if we say description, it just says how many seconds right now. And I thought it would be nice to actually show a date. And I also want to left align at least this part. Yeah, so how are we going to convert a date to a instant and an instant to a date so we can use the normal date formatting that comes with iOS? Let's make a unit test for this. We can import Xctest. We can import the app at testable. I guess the first test might be instant to date. And I guess we also want the reverse date uh, instant. Yeah, because we're storing these instants in the database. We want to present dates to the views. So I guess if we have an instant like instant.now, we want to say like to date or as date, maybe just date. And I don't think this actually exists. Yeah. um, but I did start it. So I guess for now we can just pass return now. Um, so this should fail, right? What? These are two different ones. I guess it happens so quickly. It it's close enough to equal. Okay, well that's not going to be good for testing failures. um, I guess I was thinking like um, we get the self dot duration to now. We do the same thing for a when we create a date using that distance. But then we just need to convert the duration to a time interval. And we can get the full seconds here. Then create a date using those seconds. Maybe this will work. And the thing with instant is that the internal components don't quite make sense to me. And on top of that, there's not very much documentation to go on here. So it succeeds, but again, it's not really all that comforting. um, I mean, if I add 5, it'll fail, right? But we can force it to fail. So let's see if we can do the conversion back, I guess. Maybe we'll kind of do the same idea. But we can only initialize it from a decoder. We can't. Oh, well, I guess maybe another thing we could do is instant.now.advance by some duration. I'm going to use the same trick because we only have now. That's the only constant that instant gives us. We'll make it int64 out of the seconds since 1970. Ooh, that deleted more than I was expecting. Do 0 attoseconds. Then is this a proper getter? Is this proper conversion? Do we loop all the way back around? Maybe converting to int64 doesn't quite work, huh? This part here. Let's put a breakpoint here and see what we get. And I removed that +5 piston, right? Yeah, okay. Time interval is, oh, I should extract this to a variable also. We can, I guess, just PO it right now. Okay, that looks close enough. I need to negate something here. I guess it's interesting that it says this is not equal to this. I know we're getting, is it like zeroing itself out? Here we got a negative. We're still getting very low here. I guess this is the left side. Instant.now is a very low number of seconds. Does this make sense? I guess we're not even using this right now. I need to learn more about instant induration, I guess. And I guess we could watch the video for that. this is a little bit of a struggle. These equal, but these don't equal anymore. This is I wasn't expecting this to pass anyway. I was kind of confused that it was. Yeah, sometimes it passes. Here we go. Now we get a failure here. It's off by just the slightest little bit. So I think we can have a assert equals with error or with accuracy. Cool. It doesn't have an accuracy one. Okay. So it looks like we're converting an instant of now to a reference date. Let's see. I guess we have some fixtures, right? Fixture dot run. This is represents a timer run. I do want to try one that's set it to a constant. This will fail, but it'll tell me what the answer is to make sure that we keep this test passing. That's a little bit further off. That's like quite a few seconds off. It's not really an acceptable error range. We get the distance to now. We convert that into a time interval. We make a date with using the same distance from the same points in time. Like this should work, right? Let's move this into its own test. Thirty-four, 34, 12. Yeah, this just keeps increasing. Yeah, so this is going to be a small time interval, like close to zero, right? Well, depends on how far away this date is, right? Um, should we not store instants in the database? Should they all be durations from 1970 or something? No documentation. Let's see what the WWDC session says. Not ClockKit. Um, here's continuous clock. Let's see what this says. Sleep until other code. Let's see, so if we have this clock. What does this have on it? It just has now and nothing else. Like this sounds great for a timer app. Um, there's got to be a way to convert these to dates, right? This just keeps getting farther and farther away. Um, But how? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's because when I create these timers, it's based on now. Oh, they aren't constants. They're just made to show data in the app, and writing a test based on them was so wrong. Okay, so I think we do need to figure out how to create an instant from a date so we can have some way to test things. So here we got minus a whole bunch of seconds. So we have a date. We'll get the time interval. Oh, this is supposed to be a time interval since now, not since 1970. Okay, because we're advancing it from now. Okay, small little error. Should be a little bit closer now. Yeah, a lot closer. Um, we give this an accuracy. I guess I want to get the only way to test this is to convert these back to dates. Uh, this instant, does this have components? We're converting these so far back and forth. Um, they're, I guess, an order of magnitude off, unfortunately. Like, converting these to these are really close. It's very close. So I think they're the same. I think they're the same now. Um, it's a little awkward to do these conversions on two doubles to get a comparison. But it seems like it's working. I guess instant is kind of a little bit difficult to work with as far as absolute values go. Um, so maybe it's not the best for the app, but I don't know because it's a new thing in the beta, I do want to keep exploring it. Um, like I wouldn't have known this was going to be this difficult if we hadn't attempted this. That's good knowledge to have. Guess we can make this a little bit clarified. So this shows that we're doing this only to do the comparison. I guess we can also do reference state like we're doing above. So I think that's working. Uh, Tentatively, we'll say this is working until we discover otherwise. Looks like we have some stuff to comment out. So let's remove that. Instant. Oh, no, it did get removed. Convert between instant and date. I think we don't need this to be custom string convertible anymore, now that we have a date. Oh, I guess the same thing here. Date. I think we can put a style here. Then let's look at inspect. Started on 20th, 3 o'clock. Was that? That hasn't happened yet. That can't be right. That's in the future. Um, see if we make a new one. That's correct. That's when it started. 309. Did that move? Oh boy. This is moving with us. This is not good. I think we need some answers here. um, we need like a start of epoch instant. I guess we want this to be something like uh, that. That's what I'm trying to do. Um, yeah, so I guess this is wrong. We're not converting this correctly. Something like that, I think. Let's add a test for this. Let's see, xct assert equal instant dot start of epoch. And we want to compare that to see get a date, see if that's date that intervals is 1970 0. Is what we want. It's pretty close. So maybe with just a little bit of accuracy treatment. We give an accuracy of 0. Seems we can. These other ones had a pretty decent accuracy. So I guess a little bit off. What if we say the accuracy is 1? Accuracy is 2? But I'm guessing this will fail soon, right? Five. Yeah, it just keeps growing. There's something wrong with implementation. Let's see. I guess I mean this is a this is a constant of 0, right? Oh no, this is time interval since now. Okay. I'm trying to subtract. Is this a moving target? Maybe I need a convenience helper. Um, and I guess this is essentially what I'm trying to recreate, right? I only ended it with a duration. Oof. Kind of taking a step back here. Um, I thought that comparing using now as kind of a constant let us we could measure from 1970 to now, which is a moving constant. It would let us use instants as sort of these fixed points in time. They don't seem conducive to that. Yeah, I guess without a constant, this is really difficult to use. I mean, how did we schedule like notifications? Oh, you're able to schedule notification by only using a time interval. it's gotta be measured from somewhere. Like instant of 0 is something, right? Um, because it's decodable. Um, let's see, instant dot now dot. Then we have a JSON encoder. Say encoder encode. Oh, uh, oops. Encoder dot encode value instant dot now. So we want to get the string of this. So let's see what we get. I'll just compare it to the empty string for now. We get we get something. Um, hey, thank you so much for the follow. It looks like there's a little bit of a tag in front of it. I guess I'm curious what happens if I decode this from uh, 0, I guess. Trying to kind of somewhat backwards engineer the new uh, instant type that's new in iOS 16. I guess this is test encoding. Let's try decoding from 0 0. Let's see what we get. Let decoder equals JSON decoder. Decoder dot decode and instant dot self from some data. So and say this is data using .utf8. And then I don't know, just I guess we want to do I guess print the instant, I guess, just to see that something got effectively decoded. Oh, we need a try. Succeeded, but what was the print? A value of. Okay, I was not expecting this from from that output. But it looks like it decoded without failing. So what happens when we put in 0 comma 0. Value of 0 second. Okay. um, instant dot date. So how close is this to, I guess, a date of now? Let's see, duration to dot now, perhaps. And I guess we would expect this duration to be, quite large in the. But did I delete it? Something like date that time interval since 1970. Oh, doing it backwards. Date that time interval since 1970. 64. No attoseconds. I guess we can pull this out and to say expected duration since 1970. Okay. 60,000. So how far off is this? This is very off. So, I mean, I'm not expecting 0 to line up to 1970. I'm just curious what it is, I guess. $60.07. So $60.07 is, I mean, I just don't know where 0 is, I guess. I guess it's 60.07 seconds ago. So I guess we can say something like time interval since now. Maybe something like this. Let's see, what comparison do I want to do here? Oh, I have 5 minutes left. Not sure we're going to fix this in 5 minutes, but we'll see what we can do. Now, I mean, I guess, yeah, so this is the date we want to compare to. Um, yeah, this is going to keep increasing, right? Because we're making a new date and time keeps going onward. I guess I want to know where on date is 00. Um, so I guess maybe a different assert would be um, we could try to use our the date converter that we used before. It didn't seem to work. Um, maybe it'll give us something. So it's off by about a month. um, meant to do this part here. Still a ways off. But it's I mean it's close-ish. We're somewhat nearby. We're somewhat nearby, and it might be due to our date conversion that we're trying to figure out how to do, how to convert this new instant type in iOS 16 to foundation dates. So let's see if I guess I'm expecting this instant to be somewhat constant, right? But I guess comparing the durations from this instant is going to continually be changing, right? Um, Components seconds. Um, kind of doing a little bit of a math equation here. 7 is not equivalent to 15. Okay. Okay. What was that? Um, Run it again to try to. Is this an error or a test failure? No, it's an error. Uh, okay, let's remove the decimal part of that. I mean, as time passes, this is going to keep going up. Um, we are a little bit closer to figuring out the distance here from whatever zero is of an instant. Um, that is 3 o'clock. I do need to head to a meeting. Um, ooh, thank you so much for joining me for exploring the iOS 16 beta. Um, I stream every day starting at 2 o'clock. Today is a little bit shorter because I have to go to a meeting, but yeah, thank you so much for spending this time with me. See you again tomorrow. And you can see my Twitter and App Store links and all that stuff is right there on the screen. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. I need to get going.